Tes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Respectable Senior Lecturer of Statistics Universitas Syah Kuala, Dr. Munawar SSI MF Stat. Honorable Assistant Professor Dr. Sampon Chuairi, who will be the speaker at our event today. Honorable, the judges of Student Forum, and of course, all of the audience that we love. First of all, let's thank Allah, the Lord of the world, the King of the Day of Judgment, who has given us health and the opportunity to attend and participate in this event today. Peace, love, and salutation to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who brings us into the direct way of life and leave all the darkness. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Rahmi Syafitri as your master of ceremony in our big event, Student Forum, Renewable Energy Innovation to Achieve an Eco-Friendly Industry. Ladies and gentlemen, the first agenda is a welcoming speech by Senior Lecturer of Statistics Universitas Syah Kuala. To Dr. Munawar, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma shalli ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. First of all praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has bestowed his favors and gifts so that we can attend this event, Student Forum event. Salawat and salam let us convey to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam who has provided direction to us Muslim Ummah with complete in the world and the hereafter. Good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, especially Honorable Keynote Speaker, Ajan Sompon, Assistant Professor Dr. Sompon Choari, maybe Ajan Sompon is joining us and will give the speech later. And good morning to all of participants and also our audience joining us online. This Student Forum activity is a series of statistic explore events held annually by the Himasta, Statistics Student Association, Universitas Syah Kuala, Faculty of Mathematics and Natural Sciences. This Student Forum discuss about topics related to renewable energy as one of the solutions to overcome problems that occur in the environment and create an environmental friendly industry. I really appreciate to Rector of Syah Kuala University, Banda Aceh, Dean of Mathematics and Natural Sciences, Head of Statistics Department, Dr. Zurnila, and all of our sponsors that I cannot mention by one. Our sponsors are Badan Pusat Statistik BPS Aceh and Bank Syariah Indonesia BSI, Gunung Loser National Park, Wildlife Conservation Society WCS, and Balai Konservasi Sumber Daya Alam who have helped make this event possible. Finally, I hereby declare the Student Forum officially open and enjoy the conference. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
For the next agenda, we will start Student Forum. We invite our moderators, Asalul Mustafa and Nadia Risma, to the stage. To our moderators, time is yours.
Good morning, everyone.
For our main agenda, it will be guided by myself, Nadia Risma Namira, and my partner, Asalul Mustafa, as moderators today. Ladies and gentlemen, we all are gathered here to participate in the Student Forum with the main theme, Renewable Energy Innovation to Achieve an Eco-Friendly Industry. As we know, industries nowadays aim to achieve green goals and are constantly changing for a better environment.
This time, around the environment has been an issue around the world, making it the central focus as we are now back to our normal condition. We will use a lot of things that could affect the environment. So, in this special moment, we will start the Student Forum project on renewable energy innovation We will start the Student Forum project on renewable energy innovation to achieve an eco-friendly industry. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first events, let us introduce you to our keynote speaker for today, Assistant Professor Dr. Sompon Choari from Prince of Songkhla University, Thailand.
Dr. Sompon Choari is an assistant professor, and his research interests include simulation and visualization, Lindenmayer systems and inverse problem of L systems, numerical analysis, image processing, artificial neural network, fuzzy logic, and 3D segmentation. Assistant Professor Dr. Sompon Choari is also a specialist in environmental impact assessment of mega project development and integrated community rehabilitation. He has many publications covering rainfall and flooding.
But ladies and gentlemen, before we invite Assistant Professor Dr. Somponchi Ari, I would like to announce that there will be prize for 2 people with the best questions. All right, without waiting any longer, let's invite Assistant Professor Dr. Somponchi Ari on the Zoom.
Thank you very much. Today, yes. Greeting from Thailand, from Prince of Songkhla University, Thailand, Pattani campus.
All right, good morning, Professor. All right, Professor, let's start with the presentation. And from the presentation, we will give you 30 minutes to present. And then we will have a question answer session for 15 minutes. All right, from now on, time is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much. So today, yes, I'm very happy that I got the invitation from your team, your forum, and I think it would be nice to share the idea. So today, I think it is a good title. I mean, that's you make it like a renewable energy innovation to achieve an eco-friendly industry. But what I show you, I will show you also from the household level also, not only for the industry, okay? We try, okay, this is from your poster, and I think it look very nice, and I'm trying to show you some cases today, okay? Outline of my talk, and I will show some introduction, and then by some RE innovations and transition to the eco-friendly industry, and some data and information showcase from the bottom up, from the household level to be
Recording in progress.
bigger levels like that, and by the conclusion later on. This is the car that I will talk to you later. That this is my car that I try to implement and put some renewable energy to it. But okay, they still have some fossil energy in order to move the wheel, okay? So firstly, I would like to inspire your, your daily life, that you can also try to push anything, related to the renewable energy that you can also use its daily life, okay? From your activities, things like that. If you cannot start to work or start to act, you can also start to think, and then after that you will know that it's how can you play a big role with the renewable energy, and try to think, then you also gain some innovation, okay? And it is from the university, actually, in Prince of Songkhla University. At the moment, I am the director of the Office of Academic Resources, or the library, okay, in this part. And we also did some learning station about the renewable energy from different sides, mostly also play more the part of the solar cell, solar energy, okay? But we can integrate everything in order to let people come to the university and learn from that learning station. And it is from some video that is, maybe you can also see something. This is the roof of the library that we also install about the 230 kilowatt that can reduce the money from the electricity bill per month. Is about 140,000 baht, thing like that. So since we also have the we open the library every day, okay? So from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the evening. So we try to engage the people in order to let them start from the small pieces of the innovation, okay? So I better move to the another part, okay? In the part of the renewable energy innovation, before we doing that, we should learn about the infrastructure of our resources from the renewable energy. Okay, for example, here you have like a sunlight, sunlight map. I will show also I will show also some map from Indonesia later on. Okay, how you have the solar radiation on your country. So, for example, I just start by Thailand. For example, this is a solar map in Thailand. The wind map. You also have the river network map. Maybe going to the very detail. It depends on the you need. Okay, and also the rainfall map like this. You have the forest map. Since it changed from time to time, this is many years ago, and it is last within 10 years. Okay, and this is also the wave map. So any kind of the renewable energy map, you can also make it like as a map, and then you integrate them together. Okay, integrate them, and then you find out the potential of the renewable energy at that zone, at that region. Okay, that is a part. And then we come to the RE innovations. I also have I also use some topic. I mean, in order to let you feel familiar with this, actually, you know already. For example, the RE, I mean, is play a big role with the climate change. Also, I mean, it can reduce somehow in order to reduce the carbon emission and things like that. You can also use like a solar power, wind power, hydropower, geothermal energy, bioenergy, biodiesel, biomass, energy storage. This is also a very important part, okay, in order to use in some like in the night time or in the time that you have the cloud coverage, for example, from sunlight. You have like a smart grid and energy management. This is also a very important part in order to optimize the energy. Okay, hydrogen energy efficiency that you also need to after you integrate them. I mean, you can use in a different kind of the RE, but you need to do the part of energy efficiency in order to check it how, and because it depends on time. Okay, on time, on season, it's like that. And then another important part is policy and financing innovations. This is also governments or some ministry. They need to support the people or academics part also. The cross section, collaboration. Okay, and the last part is like environmental impact mitigation. Okay, and for each part, I will show for some bullets for the topic that you can think of that. For example, the solar power, you can also think of the advanced photovoltaic. I mean, this is at the moment it's different from before, right? You can gain more efficiency, something like 73% at the moment. I mean, from 100% from the sunlight, and then you gain like a 23% something. So that part is also it's improved very much from before. Before it's less than 20%, and the concentrates solar power. About the wind power, you can think of the next generations of the wind turbine. Also, maybe it's also have to link with the type of the wind and so on. And need to think of the what to say, the performance or the potential of the wind turbine at that zone, because you don't need to buy the big size. You can also think of the wind speed in time at that zone, and then try to design the wind of the wing of the wind turbine in order to let them make it suitable for the wind speed in local area. Okay, and then wind energy forecasting. This is also very important. Each bullet here is also play a big role with the academic part. Okay, university, you can do the research. Mostly you can play with the research, with the new technology and advanced research in that. If you can produce the model for forecasting the wind potential for tomorrow, for example, because when it can come, cannot come in time. You need to do the prediction, okay, to forecast how about tomorrow, how about the next 6 hours, like that. Even the sun also. I mean, if you can predict the weather forecast, you can get the information from solar. I mean, from cloud, from solar in advance. I mean, in the future. So then, let's say they say like a nowcast, okay, and then you can use this kind of thing in order to predict and then design your power generation from each part or each resources from the different type of the energy. Hydropower, this is also very important. That, for example, Indonesia, you have a lot of tidal, for example, tidal and wave energy. I mean, how to gain and get it from the nature, okay? Geothermal energy, this is also the part of, maybe you can also use directly from the heat, thing like that. Bioenergy, it is also, you can also use the advanced biofuel and also the biogas, biomethane, thing like that, or maybe biodiesel or something from plants, thing like that. Energy storage, this is also the part of the battery, pumps, hydro, and others storage play a big role with the battery, the kind, the EV, with the any kind of device that used in the industry or in the household level or any kind of organization. Okay, and the next step is like the smart grid and energy management. Somehow, I mean, energy management is very important because if you know what to design, or I mean, if, for example, you start from design the building, okay, where is the wind flow direction, the solar shadow and so on, and the area of flooding, thing like that. It's need to be organized in advance before building before constructing the building, like that. Okay, this is you can play with a grid modernization, demand response. For example, tomorrow I will have a big job or big events, and then I need more energy, and then I can make like a demand response in advance, for example. Hydrogen energy, this is like you can use the green hydrogen produced from the green energy, like solar power or the wind power, like that, or hydrogen storage. This is also a big part of the research that is have to think of, okay? And the energy efficiency, this is a building technology, industrial efficiency. It is also very important. Policy that I told you already, this is also, it's need to start from the government, that they should think of the feed-in tariff and things like that. Carbon pricings have to start about the carbon neutrality, like that. And cross-sector collaboration, it is a part of the collaboration between the renewable energy company to the technology firm and also the academia to drive the innovation, okay? And the environmental impact mitigation, this is the part that we need to do the research and development of the technology to mitigate the environmental impact and RE installation. I mean, from the start from the household level to be the organization level, industry level. And if we think of this, and we need to do the transition, I mean, from the renewable energy to drive in the part of eco-friendly industry, what we can do, like we think of the clean energy integration. I mean, think of the industry level or from household level to the industry level or to the country level. You can think of clean energy integration. How can we integrate from different type of the RE innovation, like that, okay? And energy efficiency, green hydrogen production, okay, electrification of the processes from each processes. How can we reduce, we optimize kind of the energy that it consume from time to time, or whole like a whole day, whole night, thing like that. Waste heat recovery, circular economy practice, the CCU, the carbon captures and utilization, green supply chain, collaborative initiative, okay, policy support, employee training and engagement, continuous monitoring and reporting. This is also like a loop, and then you can also integrate both things like this, all the things like this, in order to let each process to be optimized for energy, okay? And then we start come from the first bullet, okay, from clean energy integration, I mean on-site renewable energy. So industry can invest, okay, can invest the on-site renewable energy system. For example, like solar panel, wind turbine to generate the clean electricity from their operation. I mean, from different places that have available from the data that I told you about the map, because they are located in each region, for example, in Jakarta or any island, for example, and then they have to, they know what to gain, I mean, like that. And technology, how about the technology? You design the microgrid in order to implement them together. How can we manage the energy in the grid, thing like that, okay? So it need a lot of the research to play with that. And the second part is energy efficiency. This is you do the energy management system, EMS, in order to manage for a whole system, whole chain, okay? Process optimization, it is also from each process, because somehow you use the device in the industry, and somehow you don't need to run all the time. You can reduce, you can increase the energy, optimize for each process, okay? It depends on the process of each part. Green hydrogen production, this is you can also use the green hydrogen produced from the renewable energy, okay? That is very important. I think this part is still in progress in the research, okay? Some part in Japan, I mean, they're trying to produce this and also use in the car, right? I think you know that already. But it's they think of the what to say, it's about the security, that is also very important. And hydrogen fuel cell, it is also in the future that people need to know and learn about this and produce the people, the researcher, the worker in this field, okay? And the part of the electrifications of the process that I told you is about the electric furnaces or the electric vehicle, like a EV in the future, that we reduce the combustion engine like ICE, okay, internal combustion engine, to be the EV more, okay? And waste heat recovery in the industry, some part that you lose, like you release the heat, you release some gas or carbon dioxide. Maybe you can also try to convert them back, I mean, to recovery and use in a different part, like to make in the to save it in the and convert it to some energy. I mean, try to reduce the heat from outside very as less as very less, I mean, in order to reduce it, not to produce and release to the environment like that, okay? And thermoelectric material, okay, this is also can also apply for the industry. The material efficiency, this is for the circular economy practice. It can start from the material efficiency, also the product life cycle assessments in order to have the longer time life cycle. to reduce, reduce the part of that the part of material that you will lose is from the process, or you don't need to change very often. Okay, and carbon capture and utilization, this is a part of the like a direct air capture, for example, or CO2 utilization also, that is very important. For example, you have the green area in order to consume the CO2 instead of less CO2 to the air, to the atmosphere, like that. And green supply chain, it is a part of the, for example, you can consider the sustainable resourcing or logistic optimization in order to reduce and optimize for a whole process. So you have like the modeling, simulations, optimization, that is the field of the research that it can be done. Okay, optimize any kind of the process, any process in the value chain. You can also try to check for the energy consumption. How can we reduce it? We have a graph making like a model, like you are the statistician already, and then how can we reduce it? I mean, optimal and good results, things like that. Collaborative initiative also in the part of the industry cluster. It is like you need to do the collaboration within the industrial cluster together, work together, reduce together, and some part you need to integrate the energy or kind of even the something that you release to the environment. You can also integrate and reduce it also. Public and private partnership, this is also have to play with the city to the province, thing like that. Policy support, this is from incentive and regulation. It need to play from the government, from top down and bottom up together. Employee training and engagement, this is you need to learn about how to stay with the SDG, for example, but in the part of education, in the part of industry, and this part is like I think it's need to start from the mindset, okay, to be growth mindset, and then we can also do to that. And continuous monitoring and reporting. It is from the whole process, from the first bullet until 11 one, and then how can we monitor? And in order why we need to monitor like a dashboard or thing like that, because we need to monitor real time in order to see what we can optimize more and more, like that. So to transition the transition of the from fossil to be the eco-friendly industry using the renewable energies, need to work and do the research. It needs the commitment to do the SDG together with the technology, or maybe STEM education, start from the beginning, from the kid, from the student in the primary school, high school, and university, and after finish the university, play together and work together, and don't leave the society away. I mean, it's also very important to work with the community. And it is some data, okay, the part of some data that I know that you are the statistician, okay, and then it need to understand it. Okay, this is like the photovoltaic power production in Asia, okay, and this is I got it from the SolarGIS, and then come to see more. I mean, in the when we zoom and then we see like this, okay, this is for the solar. Okay, you can also integrate all the information of the energy. I mean, fossil and renewable together, and then see what is going on from time to time, from the first date of the year to be the 365.25 date, thing like that, and see from time to time, or even from the season, like that. Okay, this is if we zoom for Thailand, for solar, for the Indonesia, you can see Jakarta, Surabaya, and so on. It is quite nice from the sunlight. But don't be worried for the other. Even you get yellow, you can also produce, no problem. I think it is. I have proof already from my experiment for 10 years about the solar cell. And it is like the potential of each month from January to December, you can have the average map like this. And then you know about the the consumption of the year. From every month, for example, in Thailand, we have a very high consumption in the summertime. But if we think of the summertime, we have a lot of the solar radiation here. It is possible to reduce this mountain, and then it's later on it maybe do like that. You know, it's also nice to reduce the mountain like this. This is also the way to do. And then I don't believe that maybe is it not true maybe, and then I have to prove it. But after I prove, I have to find out like the solar panel for 5 stations in Hat Yai, like this in Songkhla, and then we find this the energy from our experiments, and we get similar to this consumption. You know, this is production, but it is consumption, and then this one it can support and reduce the new curve of energy consumption after we integrate the renewable energy. You know, this is just the example to show you that it's, if you want to do something, you prove with the data. And even the radiation also, it has a lot of things to play with the weather forecasting like that, and many challenging things. Okay, this is also the map that I told you already for this. And now come to the showcase from the bottom up and from the household level. I declared 1 house, 5 homes. Okay, at your home. Okay, and this is okay. Start from my home. The first part, I need to generate the electricity. The second one, I want to manage the water. I need to be the food security at home. I need the biogas, biomass, biodiesel. I need to make my house to be learning station like this, for example. And that is my house actually. I designed the area, for example, this is the house in the university. And how can we do for the part of the 1 house, 5 homes like that? The first one, we generate like electricity, start from the small panel at home, and then we can increase it from time to time. From that rotation by hand, normally this is also floating. You can do like that, floatings on the in the pond and on the water surface. And the second part is water supply. Okay, you can make from the small thing to be the biggest thing. Okay, and then food security. Food security doesn't mean that you have the shopper, what to call supermarket like that, but your supermarket is in around your house. Okay, you can do anything. Okay, you can grow what you want to eat. Okay, you can start by collecting the seed and so on. You need to go back from the high technology, also using the local wisdom together with the high technology. Okay, biogas production. Okay, you can also use kind of from the kitchen, from the vegetable, from the food and so on, even the rays from fish and things like that, also to produce the biogas. When you have many things, like you have thing like this, you have many things, did it like a pond like that, and rice here together to be the learning station for the kid for the student, and the girl can go to the school and talk to the other friends also. And then we have like we can learn from different age, a lifelong learner. Okay, and now I come to the part of after working at the household level, we can move to the village, to the company, to the school, to the organization, university. This is from the university that after I make it at home, like, and then I try to expand it to the university. We can also use the parabolic dome in order to conduct the heat and then get some sea product. I mean, like a fish and so on, even the herb like that to make it dry, and also can increase the part of the price and like that. And it is the Solar Man network. Okay, we try to make the place mark after the installations from the solar cells and so on. Okay, and I mean, this is also in a part of Myanmar. This is from Myanmar that they also normally the people have to go to the middle of the river in order to carry the water back to their home. After that they use the solar panel and then use the pipe for 1 kilometer, pipe for 2 inches, and then they can get it from the temple. Okay, don't need to go to the middle of the river anymore. And this part is like for the supermarket like that, or the Lantamart. This is in the southern Thailand. This is like from the petrol station. They can also use, and this is like the government's organization that they install the solar panels, and then they can reduce a lot of money also per month. And it is also from my house that I try to install and using the hybrid system of solar panel. Okay, you can also start from yourself to build the bite, because innovation start by yourself inside your heart. Okay, you can also make it. For example, you do the exercise. Normally, you do the exercise, you need to plug to the electric plug, right? And then you get energy, and then you run over the floor like that, or rotation bit like that. But if you do exercise, you change from your energy to be the electricity, and then you save to the battery, or you can also plug to the plug, the electric plug, and then you use the grid tie inverter, change to the 220 voltage AC, and that is it means you can also do the rice cooking and so on. You can cook the rice and so on. And this part is like the part of the water supply from the solar panel. So it is okay.
ปั๊ม3 แรง 3 นิ้วนะคะ
I mean, when you have this
ทดสอบระบบตอนที่ยังไม่มีแดดนะคะ
yeah, when you have thing like this, I mean, you can really make it possible for the farmer, because they can also do the collect the data, the rainfall, I mean, from the sky, right? You into the pond, then you can use it. The problem is the flooding and drought. Two things, this is you need to balance them. Okay, you want to solve the drought, it means you have to prepare during the raining season. Okay, prepare in advance and like that. And now come to my car. This is the car that I have many versions of this. Okay, different from before that I use the hydrogen here in front of the car, and inside we have the electric compressor, 12 voltage DC, and also I don't need to use the alternator, because we have the solar powered, I mean, for the electricity part, but the diesel power is still used at the wheel. Okay, only the wheel bring to let the car move from place to place by the diesel. Okay, diesel. But electricity part, you can also use the solar. And hydrogen here, you can also link between solar to the fossil part. Okay, that is when you have like a electricity more than enough, then you can also generate the hydrogen in order to put to the ID, and then you can reduce. Normally before it's about 12 kilometer per liter. But now if you use the speed about 90 or 80 to 90 kilometer per hour, it can have like from 18 to 20 kilometer per hour. So this is a part of that. So I think it should be enough. So I let you ask something. Okay, this is my talk. Okay, and the slide also is in the team. You can also ask for if possible. So thank you very much. I will show you also something here. It's my university. So this is today. The information at the moment now, how many people come to the library online on site and how many books that they borrow like that. So we can also go anywhere, okay? That is important thing. So thank you very much. Can you hear me?
All right, thank you, Professor. It was such an informative presentation. It has truly been an nice experience as we have delved deep into discussion about our planet and the steps we can to protect it.
All right, since he said previously, if there are any questions that you would like to ask to Assistant Professor Dr. Sompon Choi Ari, you may just raise your hand and the mic will come to you. And if there are any questions via Zoom, you may also raise your hand and wait for you to be noticed. For Assistant Professor, we welcome you to answer after a question is asked, okay? Okay, I would like to have questions from the participant and audience. Okay, we got the first question from... Yes, state your name and your question, sir.
Terus. Okay, my name is Noval Sabitul. I'm from Universitas Syahkuala. I want to ask, what is the role of science computing in a eco-friendly industry transition? Okay.
Okay, Assistant Professor Dr. Sompon, is that clear enough for you, or we should repeat it again?
Can you repeat again, please, and better to, yeah, please.
Okay, Mister, my name is Noval Sabitul from Universitas Syahkuala. I want to ask, what is the role of science computing in a eco-friendly industry transition?
You mean again for the what to be the eco-friendly?
Yes.
You mean the role of what? The role of what? The role
Of science computing in
what is about
eco-friendly.
computing? What is about computing? I am not quite clear for that one.
Yes.
The word before computing, what is that?
Okay, could you please repeat your question, sir, for one more time?
Okay. What is the role of science computing in an eco-friendly industry transition?
I just want to get the word that is in front of the computing. Train or what? Train or what? What is computing? What type of computing again? Or maybe someone can type to me. And because it's important word, that one. Can you tell me the what kind of computing? What is the word? What is that word? Sorry. The train computing or what? I don't know for that one, that word.
Okay, Professor, I want to repeat his question.
Yes.
So his question is, what is role computing science in transition of eco-friendly industry?
Okay, I mean the computing science, right?
Right.
Okay, the science computing or scientific computing, like that, right? So thank you very much for the question. That is a very important thing in the part of the university, because we have the researcher, right? And we need to integrate between the academic side to the industrial side. We would get the research problem from the industrial side in order to have because they have the research problem, and then we have the knowledge, we have the modeling, you are the data analytic, right? You have the people, the researcher, in order to get the data from them, right? You get the problem from them, the data from them, and work together with the research, R&D in the industry, okay? In industry, they have R&D, and actually research development and innovation at the moment, RDI. And you work with that and try to integrate them. I mean, from industry to the university, you convert from real problem to be the model, to be the data analytic, and then try to analyze, getting the result, have different scenario like that, and then you feed the result back to the industry. From what I told you, from each bullet, okay, from the renewable energy in the part of the industry to be the eco-friendly. You try to analyze for each segment, each part of the industry, and then you also put kind of scientific computing, modeling, optimization, parallel computing, data analytics, kind of neural network, AI, machine learning, things like that. I mean, together, deep learning, things like that, in order to optimize all the process. That is play a big role, very important. And industry part, they also have to work with the university. And university also need to learn the real problem in the industry, okay? And then after that, when you work together, it will be very strong to work from company side and also from the part of the academic side. Yeah, things like that.
Okay, thank you so much, Assistant Professor. Now we got a question on the Zoom from Muhammad Faris Sridatila. You may ask the question.
Am I audible? All right. Thank you for this opportunity. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Faris Sidatella from Education Faculty, and I'm into statistics and also renewable energy. So the question is, what educational programs or courses are available to teach students about renewable energy and sustainability in the university? Because as we know, sometimes in the status quo, there are just a few programs, but not all the students are noticed about that, especially in renewable energy and sustainability.
Yeah. So thank you very much for the
Assistant
question.
Professor, you may answer the question, please.
Yeah. So thank you very much for the question. Very nice, and this is also the application that each university, each faculty need to think about this, and I think it's very important. Actually, you know, RE or renewable energy is play with your daily life, and we don't need to have even the cost of the renewable energy program or thing like that directly. I mean, if you have it, it would be very nice, but actually it should be plugged to the each subject. Okay, for example, the subject mathematical modeling, integrated mathematics, statistics, things like that, experiment like that. All the subjects that you have in the university, the teacher, the lecturer can take some research problem and put into the class the course. Then you also use that one to be the showcase of the courses and the application. For example, in the course statistics and experimental analysis, for example, or the course discrete mathematics, for example, or the course any kind experimental design or data analytics like that. Take the information from the industrial science or some simple example from the renewable energy innovation into the class, and then use things from step by step. And then student can also play with any subject. For example, in my way, I use renewable energy and put into the discrete mathematics, mathematical modeling, or even the physical science. Also, you can, and then you can also have like an application in the part of renewable energy. Or you can also show from the other part, not only RE, but also from other problems, from the countryside, from the village, from the community, or from the governments, or even from the industry. Then that one will be the research problem in the class. And the student can also play together with the data, with the algorithm, with the procedure and so on. Then you can really enjoy with that. You can ask your teacher, if you are the student, how can we apply this course, this theory to use in the industrial technology or problem like that. I think you can start by the student don't need to wait for the lecturer to produce and cook for you. You cook, you give the ingredient to the lecturer, and then the lecturer try to cook, or you cook together in order to be the learner. Everybody is a learner, right? Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Assistant Professor. I think that's enough for Q&A session. To Assistant Professor Dr. Sompun, before we close this session, please could you give some impressions and message about our event today?
Thank you very much. I'm very happy also. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Assistant Professor. It's such an honor for us to have you as our keynote speaker for today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next is the submission of the certificate to our keynote speaker, Assistant Professor Dr. Sompanchi Are, which will be given by Dr. Munawar as SIMF Stat. To Dr. Munawar, we welcome you to the stage. Now let's take a photo session together. The photo will take on 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. All right, thank you. To Dr. Munawar, please return to your seat.
Ladies and gentlemen, after the heavy information, let's cool down with a little ice breaking. We will now play a Kahoot game made by the organizers.
But before we start, let me read the rule of the game. First, type www.kahoot.it in the address bar and click enter. Then the browser will display a column where the game pin will be placed. After a host displays the game pin on the screen, you can enter the game pin on your device. Type in the game pin that is shown on the host screen and click enter to start the game. Please enter your full name in the column, then click OK, go to continue. When the game has started, you must be alert to see the question displayed only on the host screen. Questions are answered using a multiple choice system, and you can only choose one answer for one question. Correct answer will be displayed only on the host screen, and the 3 participants with the most correct answer will be the winners. Alright, now we see the screen that the game pin has appeared. You can type in 3, 6, 7, 2, X, and 5. I repeat, you can type 3, 6, 7, 2, X, and 5. Alright, let's join the game, guys.
Okay, we're still waiting for the other participants, so come join the Kahoot game. Okay, I want to remind everyone that you should enter your full name in the column, okay? Okay, we got a lot participant over here, Alul. There's a 50 participant, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think since everybody had been ready, without waiting any longer, let's start the game. Okay, the first question. Okay, what is the big theme of Student Forum 2023? Is it the red, yellow, green, or blue?
All right, Nadia, what do you think is the correct answer?
I don't know, but if you ask me, I would like to answer with the green one, I think. Or maybe the red one. Wow, the answer is A, renewable energy innovation to achieve an eco-friendly industry. Okay, we got a lot of people who answer correctly.
All right, now the highest score is mostly.
Wow, congrats to Musi.
All right,
Okay,
next.
we jump into the next question.
All right, the next question is who is the keynote speaker for Student Forum 2023?
All right, everyone, is it the green one, the blue one, or it's a yellow one? Wow, the answer is Assistant Professor Dr. Sompon Choi Ari, and we got a lot of people who answered correctly. Congrats, guys. Okay, we jump into the next question. Oh, okay, we see the high score for now is held by Mulia.
The highest score is Mulia. Wow, congratulations to
Okay,
Mulia.
we jump into the next question. Who is the Student Forum 2023 MC?
I think Nadia is the easiest
Yes,
questions.
that's right. Is it Ratil, Nadia, Risma, Rahmi, or Gina? Okay, we're still waiting. Please answer it. Wow, the answer is Rahmi Shafitri. Okay, now let's see who got the highest score for this question. Okay, wow, the high score is still Mulia. Wow, correct to Mulia. Now we jump into the next question.
The question is one of the moderator of Student Forum 2023 is?
Okay, I think this one is easy, right?
Right. Maybe should I join the game to answer it?
Oh, do not yet. All right, everyone, is it the red one or the green one? Okay, the answer is Asalul Musafa. Wow, there's a lot of people answer correctly. Congrats. Now let's see the high score for this question.
Wow, Mulia is
Wow,
constantly the
Mulia,
highest
great job.
score in this game. All right, next into the next questions.
Okay. From which country is Student Forum's keynote speaker from? Is it Myanmar, Vietnam, Indonesia, or Thailand? Wow, the answer is Thailand. Okay, there's a lot of people answer correctly. Good job, guys. Okay, let's see the high score. Wow, Mulia is still on the highest score for right now. Okay, next question, please.
The question is, which is not a sub-themes for Student Forum 2023?
Okay, is it air pollution, climate change, deforestation, or environmental business? All right, everyone, which one? Okay, we're still waiting. Okay, Al, what do you think the answer is? And wow, the answer is environmental business. Oh, there's a few people who answer incorrectly too. Oh,
All right,
wow.
now we have the new one, that Icha is the highest score.
Okay, congrats, Icha. Okay, let's see the next question.
The question is, who gave the welcoming speech for Student Forum 2023?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a clue, guys. So he is a lecturer in statistics department, Universitas Syah Kuala. So what do you think? What could be the answer?
I think it's easy to me.
Wow, the answer is Dr. Munawar SSIM Abstat. Okay, now let's see the high score is held by, oh, still Icha. Congrats to Icha. Okay, the next question. What is the annual event of FMIPA Weska Statistics Department called? Yeah, is it Statistics Explore, Statistics Fair, Fun Statistics, or Smart Statistics? Okay, I think this one is so easy, right?
I think everyone knows the answer, right?
Yeah, of course. Wow, the answer is Statistics Explore. There's a lot of people who answer correctly. Good job, guys.
All right, come on, guys. All right, we see that Icha is the first one.
Okay, Isha, great job. Okay, let's see the next question.
All right, now we have less than 2 questions.
Yeah.
All right, the question is, how many groups are there for participants in Student Forum 2023 events?
All right, is it 6, 5, 4, or 3 groups? Okay, everyone, what do you think, Alul? What could be the answer?
Maybe it's gonna be 4 groups.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
let's see. Let's see the
Okay.
correct answer.
And yeah, the answer is 4 groups. Okay, let's see the high scoreboard. Wow, the high score is still held by Icha. Okay, the next question, this is the last question, right? Okay. On which day does the Student Forum 2023 event fall on? Okay, is it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Friday? This one is the easiest game. Wow, the answer is Tuesday. Yeah, so the event is held on this day. Okay, let's see the highest scoreboard. Wow, congratulations to Ratil as the 3rd winner of this game.
The second winner is Mulia.
And the first winner is, congratulations to Icha.
Congratulations to all winners. For all winners, please approach and contact the committee at registration desk at the end of this event. And without realizing it, time just passed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with the end of this ice breaking, we will continue to our next agenda.
Ladies and gentlemen, for this agenda, we will have a student forum project that will present their work to all of us here. There are 4 groups, which each group having a different sub-themes to present their project. The sub-themes are land-ocean temperature, air pollution, climate change, and deforestation. Okay, let's introduce each of the judges who play an active role in assisting the assignment of each group. First, we have Dr. Munawar, SSI M. Abstad. Dr. Munawar did his PhD in research methodology at Prince of Songkla University. He is a senior lecturer at Statistics Department of Universitas Syah Kuala.
Second, we have Dr. Suyanto, MPH, PhD. Dr. Suyanto did his PhD in epidemiology at Prince of Songkla University. He is the senior lecturer at Universitas Riau that teach course of public health and epidemiology.
Okay, the last but not least, we have Arif Saputra Estad. Arif Saputra is graduate at Statistics Department, Universitas Syah Kuala, and currently taking his master degree in epidemiology at Prince of Songkla University. He got a scholarship awarded for the International Center of the National Institute of Health, and he got Best Presenter in the 2nd International Conference of Experimental and Computational Mechanics in Engineering. All right, since we have introduced the judges, let us introduce to the group as well as welcome them to present their project.
All right, let's start with group number 1. With the sub-themes land-ocean temperature that consists of Fatma Aulia, Nabila Fardina Idrus, and Putri Salsabila Rinaldi from Universitas Syah Kuala. For group 1, please come to the stage. All right, group 1, are you guys ready to present? All right, from now on, time is yours.
Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wa bihi nasta'in ala umri dunya waddin. Assalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in amma ba'du. First of all, let us praise and thank to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has given us His mercies and blessing, so today we can avail to attend this special moment. Secondly, peace may be upon to our great Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the great leader who has teach us about right and wrong, about the true and not. Ladies and gentlemen, in this special change, I would like to deliver our presentation today under the title Ocean in Peril, Global Warming and Pollution Devastation on Marine Ecosystem and Coral Reef. Next. Because before we presenting our present today, let me introducing our team. It's me, I'm Nabila Fardina Idrus as the second crew of this team. I'm from Chemical Engineering 2021 at Syah Kuala University, and also my friends, she is Putri Salsabila, is a leader from Statistics 2021 at Syah Kuala University, and also my friend Fatma Aulia, she is from Chemical Engineering 2021 at Syah Kuala University, and unforgettable Kak Nur Hadisa as our mentor today. Next. The table of content of our presentation today is have a 5 main idea. The first one is background of the problem. The second is coral bleaching, the process. And the third is what caused coral bleaching. The fourth is data analysis. And the last is conclusion. The first content is about background of the problem that will be explained by Fatma Aulia. The time is yours.
Next. Background coral bleaching. So, before that, we have to know what is coral bleaching. Coral bleaching is the process in which once healthy and brightly colored coral reef become white or pale as a result of environmental stress, especially global warming and climate change. coral bleaching is a serious problem because coral reefs play an important role in marine ecosystem. They provide shelter and food for a variety of marine species. Some of the causes of coral bleaching include global warming, climate change, pollution, human activities, and El Nino warming. Next. So, have you ever wondered how a coral becomes bleached? So I will explain to you how coral bleaching process works. In the first picture, we can see that the coral is still in healthy coral. We can see in the picture that the coral bleaching have a bright and light color and as intact and physical structure. Healthy coral usually has various colors such as red, blue, green, yellow, and so on. The two picture is stressed coral. When the symbiotic relationship becomes stressed due to increased ocean temperature or pollution, the algae leave the coral tissues and the coral color of coral will fade. And the last picture is bleached coral. Without the algae, the coral loses its major source of food, turns white or very pale, and is more susceptible to disease. Next. What causes coral bleaching? There are 4 causes of coral bleaching. Change in ocean temperature. Coral bleaching is primarily caused by change in ocean temperature, specifically when sea temperatures become elevated when coral reefs are exposed to prolonged or abnormally high water temperatures. Runoff and pollution can cause coral bleaching, especially when these factors interact with other factors such as global warming and climate change. And overexposure to sunlight. Overexposure to sunlight can be an additional factor that exerts bad stress in coral. This is especially the case if high seawater temperatures are accompanied by strong sunlight and continuous sunny weather. And then the last of very low tides. Very low tides can leave parts of the coral reef exposed to the air for longer periods. This can lead to dehydration of coral as they lose water faster than they can reassimilate it at high tide. So there are 2 main topics, namely change in ocean temperature and overexposure to sunlight, which will further by my friend, namely Salsa. To Salsa, time is yours.
Okay, thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the data from sea surface temperatures. So, in this graph, as we can see, there is the line increase in the graph, so significantly, continuously in every year. So, which means we can conclude that this graphic have sea surface temperatures that are hotter than they have ever been in the satellite record this early in the year. So ladies and gentlemen, as we can see in the figure, that the black line is represent to the temperature of this year, which is 2023. And we can see that the sea surface temperature on this year, on the 2023, among the hottest temperature on this year. So that's why the question is, what type of impacts do hot ocean temperature surface on coral reefs? Well, ladies and gentlemen, there are several reasons of impacts that the hot ocean temperatures do on coral reefs. So what is that? The first is coral bleaching. Why will this happen to coral? The first, this will be happen if ocean temperatures are higher than the maximum monthly average. Whether it's for a month or 2 months or more, and it's especially during the warmest part of the year. So
That's why the coral will experience to bleaching. Well, then what will happen if coral start to bleaching? A bleached coral is essentially starving to death. Why the coral experience to death? Because the coral has lost its main surface, has lost its main source of nutrition. So if the heat stress do not subside, then the coral will going to die. So this will make the increase of coral mortality of our graphic. Then this is also alarming for us because many marine species inhabit coral reefs are directly dependent on the three-dimensional, architecturally complex framework structure of coral reefs. So right now, we are losing this structure because there's not enough leaf coral left to maintain and build it. So that's why this will give a bad impact to marine life. Okay, next. Okay, so this is the data from Kaggle website. So in this graphic, as we can see, that the temperature will give a significant increase in land ocean temperatures all the year. So this data also supported by data from C3S, or we can say Copernicus Climate Change Service. So that land ocean temperature have experienced a significant increase in temperature. Well, next. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the data that I just told you before about this data from C3S, which is Copernicus Climate Change Service. Then this is the two picture that we can see. The first picture is about daily global sea surface temperature average over the 60 degree parallel south to 60 degree parallel north domain plot as a time series for each year from 1 January 1979 to 31 July 2023. So on this year, we can see the year of 2023 and 2016 is in shown with thick lines with the red color, which is dark red and bright red. Okay, and then the second picture is globally average surface air temperature for all months of July. Then the shades of blue indicate cooler than average year, while the shade of red show years that were warmer than average. Well, next. Okay, this is the best. This is the data that we do the prediction. Then we predict the temperatures in more than 10 years ahead by using the random forest or our method today. And this is the visualization result on our prediction. And it can be seen that this is a line diagram of temperature prediction for a month for more than 10 years ahead, which can be seen that this graph has up and down pattern with the highest temperature point at 2036 amounting to 16.6, and the lowest temperature of this year is 2031, which amounting 15.5. Thank you. The next slide will explain by my friend.
Okay, before I give a conclusion about our presentation today, I would like to ask you about why we should protect coral reef. Anyone else know? Or if I change the question, why we have to preventing the coral bleaching? Is it important for us or is just for marine ecosystem life? So the answer is preventing coral bleaching is really crucial for several reasons. The first one is biodiversity. Why biodiversity? Because we know that the coral reef are among the most diverse ecosystem on the global earth. And if we're preventing the coral bleaching, it means that we can protect our biodiversity. And the second is the economic value. How come? So the economic value, the coral reef support the fishers, tourists, and also the coastal protection. And do you know that the coral reef is contributing $1 billion to global economy? It means that if we being ignored to this problem or the coral bleaching, it means that we disrupt these industries. And the last is the coral reef it's for climate regulation, because they can sequester the carbon dioxide. It's meant by capturing and also storage the carbon dioxide. So the preventing the coral bleaching, we can reduce the global warming. Next. So the conclusion from our presentation today is, based on data and graph, it can be concluded that global sea surface temperature have a profound impact on coral reef ecosystem. And we ever see the graph that the predict on the global sea surface temperature in the next 10 years, it depends on significantly on various factors, including the international effort and also the government effort to reducing gas emission, called carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide. And if the gas emission reduce is success, it means that we can reduce the negative impact of the coral bleaching. Before I end the presentation today, I want to give a statement that guarding coral reef is not about saving the earth, saving the world beneath. I'm sorry. I will give a statement today. Guarding a coral reef is not just about saving a world beneath the wave, but it's about safeguarding a vital ecosystem that sustains life, livelihood, and also the delicate balance of our planet's beauty. That's all for us. Next. That's all for us. Thank you for your attention. I will give it back to moderator.
All right, thank you, Group 1. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question that you want to ask to Group 1, you may ask by raising your hands up, or you can also type in on the text box. All right, now we got the first question. Please state your name and your questions.
Thank you. My name is Usna Khairani Shafitri. I would like to ask you 2 questions. My first question is, your research shows that global sea surface temperatures have a major impact on coral reef ecosystem. So, what do you think are some efforts to reduce the impact of it? And the second question is, based on the predicted land and ocean temperatures data, why do you predict up to 2039? Is the prediction accurate enough? Thank you.
All right, to Group 1, are you ready to answer the questions?
It's clear.
All right, please.
Okay, thank you for the question. I will answer it. So the first question is about the solution to coral reef, between the coral reef and the global warming. So the answer is, we know that the global sea surface temperature have a highest temperature, means that the excess heat, we can convert the excess heat to being electrical energy, like the keynote speaker said before, to reduce the global warming. We can using the geothermal energy, like the overexposure from the sunlight to solar energy, and the solar energy, it will be converted to electrical energy that the electrical energy, so we can renewable energy from the excess of the heat. And the second question is about and the second question is about the it is enough or for us to see that the predict on in the next 10 years is up and down. So the answer is it depends significantly on various factors, including the international effort and also the government and also the international organization with concern in eco-friendly and and if they or the organization or the government is success to reduce the global warming or reduce the surface land temperature by reducing the carbon dioxide, so we can to reduce our transportation because it stores the carbon dioxide and also the carbon monoxide, and the effort if success it can make the graph or our will change. So the predict on that saw before, it's for, is it clear or? Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Group 1. Now let's hear the feedback from the judges. Maybe we can start from Dr. Munawar. To Dr. Munawar, time is yours.
Okay, thank you. My first question is, why do you choose the random forest for your data and analysis? And the second one is, what is your conclusion about the significance of your model? Yeah, maybe you can explain us what kind of level you choose to conclude that you have a significant model. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dr. Munawar. Now let's move to Mr. Arif Saputra. To Mr. Arif Saputra, time is yours.
Thank you. But before that, I would like to say congratulations and great job. You did a great job presenting your presentation. But I would like to say a few feedback for further improvement. The first one, maybe the color palette is a bit not right. Maybe it's a bit bright because if we saw it in the screen here, it's not quite clear. But if we saw it in the online, maybe it's a bit clear. Maybe you should consider that for the further improvement. And the second one is about the conclusion and also the following up question from Dr. Munawar. It said here that based on the data and graph, it can be concluded that the global sea surface temperatures have a profound impact on the coral reef ecosystem. I would like to ask in which slides of your presentation that said that the sea's temperature has the impact on the coral reef ecosystem. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the judge. For the first question for Dr. Munawar is why do we use the random forest to predict the data from the graphic? So at this problem, we want to perform the data from the long term in the future. So that's why we choose the random forest as a method for our prediction as a time series forecasting. And we think the random forest is really suitable for predict in more than 10 years ahead. So that's why we choose the random forest than any other method. And also the random forest is also able to handle the complex and non-linear relationship between year and also temperature. And also random forest is an ensemble method that combines several decision trees. So and also random forest is also ability to handle the many maybe outliers. And the second question, maybe we will answer with my friend.
May I apologize. Can you, what would you like to repeat the question, the second question?
Okay, my second question is, you have choose the random forest, and we already saw the result, the forecasting. But in statistic, we need to convince ourselves with the significancy level, whether the model is significant or not. Yeah. Or I simplify my question. In statistic, we have R square, P value, right? So that's even in the random forest, you have the tree, right? The tree, and you should convince us whether your model is significant or not.
For a contestant, I would like to ask if the random forest has assumption or not. How do you like Dr. Munawar say, how do you convince that the random forest is significant or not? Or you just completely ignore the significance?
Okay, group one, is that question clear enough for you?
Yes. So why do we not show the R square or more a p value or more or maybe the pre-processing data? Is it true? So because we just have to make the visualization of a graphic on this data, and is that actually this prediction have more analyzed to get to know that is it really significant or not. Hope this answer your question. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Now let's move to the judge via Zoom that there have Dr. Suyanto. To Dr. Suyanto, can you give us the feedback from group 1?
Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate for the statistician students doing the research about the land ocean temperature. So this is I appreciate. But because this is the statistician forum, so I think you should focus in the statistic aspect. For example, we would like to know you present in slide number 9 about the data land ocean temperature, and then in the slide number 11 you do the prediction data. So I just assume, do you use the data, the source data source at the slide number 9 to predict at the data to predict the slide number 11? Because there is no information in the your PPT. And then, as Dr. Munawar asked about the random forest, I think in your PPT you should provide the information how this model you do the trained data and the tested data, so the reader would benefit from knowing more about these methods, and then how this generalize this prediction data to the real data, to the real situation. Thank you. Is this clear, my message?
All right, group 1, is it clear?
Should we replay it one more time? Okay. Okay. To Dr. Suyanto, could you please repeat it one more time to group 1?
Can speak in Indonesia or not? or everything in this okay. You mentioned, I read your PPT at the slide number 9. At the number 9, the slide title is data land ocean temperature. Okay, so this is my assumption is you use this data. So you use the data source from 1980 to 2021. And then, in slide number 11, you present the prediction data using method random forest. So my assumption is you predict using that the original data to predict the temperature, the land ocean temperature up to 2039. Is this true or not? If true, you using the random forest, how you convince us that your model well trained, well validated and tested, because no information in the PPT. Thank you.
Okay, group 1, are you guys ready to answer the feedback from the judges?
Okay, thank you for the question, sir. So, on this prediction data, we use the random forest because we want to predict more than 10 years ahead. Then, for the several methods, the one of the best method that I just analyzed that can be used to long-term prediction is random forest. Meanwhile, another method such as ARIMA, SARIMA cannot be suitable for the long-term prediction. Hope this answers your question. Thank you.
My question is which is the data source for your prediction data? Which is the data source? This is data source is from the slide number 9, the land ocean temperature data. Because if you want to predict, you should have the basic data, the original data. So which data you use for predict?
The predict data that we got is from C3S, or as we can say, the name is Copernicus Climate Change Survey, sir.
So not in the slide number 9 for the land ocean temperature data. Is this the original data that you use to predict?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I think if you use this, you should mention. So you mention the original data we use for 100 years data. This is daily data or monthly data. You should mention, and then you use the random forest, and then you can subset and the data where is trained and where is further tested. I think because this is your statistician, I think you should explore more the statistician methods in the PPT. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Maybe I think that's enough for group 1. And for group 1, you can go back to your seat.
Okay, everyone give applause to group number 1. Okay, now let's move into the group number 2 with disrupting climate change that consists of Nurulfa Atika, Tiara Putri Adelina, and Ratel Tartila from Universitas Syah Kuala. For group number 2, please come to the stage. Okay, group number 2, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, remember, you have 15 minutes to your work.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin. wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in amma ba'du. First of all, let's thanks to Allah, the Lord of the world, the King of the Judgment Day, who has given us healthy and opportunity, so we can enjoy our big events today. Peace, love, and salutations to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, today the title of our presentation is Forecasting Temperature Changes in Indonesia in 2023 using the Sarima method. Okay, next. Okay, let me introduce our team. I am Tiara Putri Adlina and my partners are Ratil Tartila and Nur Ulfah Atika. Okay, next. Okay, the first, the background research. This is the Indonesian map. Indonesia is a tropical country with high temperatures. Global climate change has become an urgent issue and affect the whole world. This climate change can affect food production, human health, as well as ecosystem and environment sustainability. Okay, next. Okay, this is the graph of temperature changes in Indonesia. On the slide, you can see about of temperature changes based on years. The last 10 years have the highest temperature changes between other months, and January has the lowest temperature changes between other months. In this graph, about temperature change based on months has significantly changed. But if we see the temperature change based on years have more significant temperature change based on months. It was significant to 2030 to 2050 and 2070 to 2090. And so because of that, we need to know about the temperature changes in 2023. And then temperature changes is time series data. And to predict time series data, we can use some statistic methods. One of them is Sarima. Okay, next. Okay, this is the literature review. There are two previous research. The first have Sarima, or Seasonal Autoregressive Integrated Moving Average, is a time series model of forecasting temperature variations over time. And the Sarima model divides the ARIMA terms into three parts. The first is AR, the second is I, and the third is MA. And on the slide, you can see about the model of Sarima, and on the slide, you can see about the calculating for AIC. Okay, next. Okay, to the next presentation, gonna explain by my partner, Nur Ulfah Atika.
Thank you. The next is research methods. The data for our presentation from the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. The variable is temperature change on land in Indonesia from 2012 until 2022. And the number of observations are 132 objects. There is research flow. When we got the data. The first step is cleaning the data. The second step is summary statistics, time series, ACF decomposition, and PACF plot. And after that, we check whether the data is stationary or not. If the data isn't stationary, we did differentiation and or transformation. And we check until the data is stationary. And after that, we get the sum order for make sum model. From the model, we did estimation of parameter, and we did signification test and diagnostic test. And we only chose the model that qualified for the test. And after that, we choose the best model with their ASC value. The lowest ASC value is the best model. And we did forecast and got the results of the temperature change in Indonesia in 2023. Next. The results and discussion. Descriptive analysis. From the table of summary statistics, we got the maximum value of temperature change is 1.82. The minimum value of temperature change is 0.27, and the mean of temperature change is 1.01. And the standard deviation of temperature change is 0.32. And on the screen, you can see the plot time series. The plot time series about temperature change from 2012 until 2022. And from the plot, we identified the plot has seasonal pattern. Next. Because the plot has seasonal pattern, we did decomposition. And from the decomposition plot, we can see clearly that the data has seasonal pattern each year. After that, we did stationarity tests. There are two stationarity tests. The first is stationarity test of variance, and we got the result 0.83. And the second is stationarity test of the mean, and we got the results minus 2.93, and the p-value is 0.189. Next. Because the stationarity test of the mean didn't qualify, we did differencing leg 1 for non-seasonal pattern and leg 12 for seasonal pattern. And we did ADF test again, and we got the results minus 5.07 and the p-value 0.01. And after differencing, we got the data qualified for the test. And there are ACF and PACF plots after differencing. On the screen, you can see the plot of result differencing leg 1 and leg 12. And from ACF and PACF plots, we got some order for some models. The next is my partner, Ratir Tautila.
Okay, after we got ACF and PACF plots after differencing. Okay, next. We got the model, and for this model, we have 6 combinations that consist of order for seasonal and non-seasonal. And for the first combinations is consist of order for non-seasonal, and the second is order for seasonals. We want to say sorry because there is a mistake that the second combinations have a rank equal to 12. And we can see, for example, for model 1, we have combination 0.1.0 and 1.1.0 to the power of 12. And after we get the model form in Sarima method, we have a parameter significance test. From the screen, we can see that model 1, 2, 3, and 4 have a significance parameters. So we will use model 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the next test. Next. For the next there is a diagnostic test. In our research, there are 2 diagnostic tests that we use. For first is normality test, and for the second is white noise test. From normality test, we have model 1, 2, and 4 that fulfill the normality test, and from the white noise test, we have model 3 and 4 that fulfill the white noise test. And after that, we will identification the best model. And from the screen, you can see that between model 3 and 4, we have model 3 for the best model because it have the smaller AAC. Next. After we have the best model, now we can forecasting temperature changes in Indonesia. And you can see from the screen
from the screen for forecasting temperature changes in
I'm sorry, group
2020.
2, you have less than 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you. And for the next, please. And from conclusion from our research is based on the forecasting result using the SARIMA method, the temperature changes result from January to December, we obtain 0.81, 0.70, 0.82, 0.688, 0.83, 0.78, 0.80, 0.77, 0.73, 0.73, 0.72, and the last is 0.77, where the highest temperature changes are in May and the lowest in April. These are the bibliography that we use from our research. Okay, thank you. That's all from our presentation, and for the next we will give back to the moderator.
Okay, group 2 is such a very interesting presentation. Well, same like before, if you have any questions that you would like to ask the group number 2, please raise your hand. Okay, state your name and your questions now.
Thank you for the opportunity. All right, my name is Muhammad Farid. I'm from Department of Statistics, Syekh Kuala University. So my question, why you use SARIMA for the method? Thank you.
Okay, group 2, is that clear enough for you? Okay, please answer.
Thank you for the question. After we saw the time series, the plot time series, we identified the plot has seasonal pattern. And so we did decompositions, and after we saw the decomposition plot, we see clearly the plot has seasonal pattern. And because some previous research said that the better methods for the seasonal data is SARIMA, because of that, we use SARIMA models, SARIMA methods. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, group 2. Okay, now anyone want to ask to group number 2? Or you can also use a Zoom chat if you want to ask. Okay, we got a question on the Zoom chat from Ibra Hasana Lubis. Hello everyone, I'm Ibra Hasana Lubis from Universitas Syekh Kuala. The previous presentation had a very interesting discussion, and I'd like to ask, when determining the lag, the differencing you use, the lag is 1 and the lag 12. Why you also use lag 12, not only lag 1? Okay, group 2, is it clear enough for you? Is the question? Okay, you may now answer the question.
Oh, sorry, can you repeat the question?
Okay, I'm gonna show you one more time. So the question is, when determining the lag, the differencing you use is lag 1 and lag 12. But why you also use lag 12, not only lag 1? Okay, is it clear enough?
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
you may now answer the question.
Okay, thank you for question. Maybe I will answer the question. And why we use like not only like 1, and because we use the SARIMA method. And for the SARIMA method, we not only use like for non-seasonal, but also we will use a order for seasonal. And because of that, we use the both of order for SARIMA method. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, group 2. Now, is there anyone who want to ask to group number 2? Okay, I think since everybody, okay, now let's hear the feedback from the judges. Maybe first from Dr. Munawar, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity to comment to the presenter. The same like the first presenter, we trying to help you, so nothing personal in business. Yeah. My first comment is hopefully you can present slowly, no need to hurry. Yeah. So speak slowly and so on. And I see the methods flow with Sarima. You have put the result and the methods whether the fit the model or not. So I think quite good for me, and that's all of my comment and suggestion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. Now, let's hear the feedback from Mr. Ryan. Okay. Oh, yeah. You can use my mic.
I can use my voice.
Okay. Thank you so much for the committee.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations and a very great presentation. I really like the flow of your presentation, but a few comments for further improvement. The first one is on the slides number 3, I guess, about the background. You use some picture, I think 3 pictures. It will be better if you write the reference of the picture. Also, on the slide number 4, the graph of temperature changes in Indonesia, there is no data sources. Maybe you should mention it too. And then for the literature review, you also mentioned about AIC, but you did not mention how did you find the fittest model. You only mentioned it further in the result and discussion, but you did not mention it in the literature review. Maybe it would be better if you say the fittest models based on the AIC is from the smallest AIC. And the last one is about the conclusion. You only say based on the Sarima model, but you did not say which order. And then what you also did not mention what is the implication of your research. You only say the conclusion, but you did not mention the implication. So it would be better if you say the conclusion and also the implication of your conclusion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your feedback, sir. Now let's hear the feedback from Dr. Suyanto.
Yes, thank you. I enjoy your presentation. This is remind me. I think 5 years ago I did similar like you to do the prediction of temperature in my city using the Sarima model. So this presentation remind me. However, I think you should mention the limitation of this Sarima model, because Sarima model have some limitation. This is just for the predict for the short term temperature, cannot do the long term. So for the statistician, I think everyone understand about this. But if you want to publish in the paper or you talk in general population, you should mention this is only for the short term. And if for someone that interested for the predict the change of temperature to 10 years later, maybe you can mention what the statistic model that's suitable for this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for your feedback. Now, group 2, you can go back to your seat. Okay, give applause to group number 2, everyone. Okay, next we have the third group on via Zoom with the sub-team Air Pollution that consists of Muhammad Faris Sridatila and Norman Halis from Universitas Syah Kuala and Aroyan Utama from Universitas Islam Indonesia. For group number 3, you can turn on your camera and start your presentation. Okay, group number 3, are you ready?
Yes, inshallah, we are ready.
Okay, group number 3, time is yours.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
All right, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And we are from the group third. We would like to explain and display to you guys about air pollution. And we have a tagline as the silent killer. And first of all, we would like to introduce our team. First, we have Muhammad Faris Hidayatullah, which is me, and from Universitas Syah Kuala. And the second one, we have Arroyan Utama from Universitas Islam Indonesia. And the third one, we have Norman Kalis from Universitas Syah Kuala. But today we just only have 2 presenters here because Norman Kalis cannot attend the meeting due to another agenda. So we will do our best in this presentation. And to begin with, we would like to display to you about a background. So air pollution has become an increasingly urgent issue in the modern world, affecting the health and well-being of people all over the world. And the use of fossil fuels, steam coal reactor, bed wasting management have resulted in the release of dangerous pollutants into the atmosphere, putting quality of the air we breathe at risk. Along with the desire to keep improving, developing countries are choosing cheaper options to light up their life. Coal is the cheapest material for electricity reactor, according to the International Energy Agency, or IEA. Indonesia ranked #1 for emission contribution. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see in the background issue, there is an industry with an air pollution which affect to the air condition, especially in Southeast Asia, because today we will talk about Southeast Asia, and we will conclude more or less into more specific. And based on the picture above, you can see there is a lot of crowded traffic, which also use fossil fuels to make them move. So that's why in this presentation, we will display the data and also discover what is the type of pollutions that affect to air pollution. And next is the data. So based on the data from the resources that will be showed at the last of the this particular presentation, 2.5 particular matter 2.5 Southeast Asia popular city cleaned. So we have a data here. As you can see, Southeast Asia countries are compared because of the geographical motive. Neighboring countries are reasonable to compare since they are generally sharing the same climate, culture, and level of technologies. Big numbers are shown by Indonesia and Vietnam, where both countries are improving fast in the economical sector and industry. This requires sacrifice. And as we can see in the table display, the most Asia popular city is which affected with air pollution is Myanmar, with the data from 2019 show that 31 particular matter, and it also decreases time by time in each year. 2020 to 29.4, and also 2021 to 26.4, and the last one analysis 2022 with the data that we got is to 24.3. where the least particular matter in this Southeast Asia is by Singapore with 19 in 2019, and also another country in this data. As we can see, Indonesia is ranked for the for number one, which 49.4 in 2019, and also it also decreased time by time. 2020 39.6, and 2021 39.2, and last but not least 2022 reached 36.2, which is Indonesia has the improvement of air pollution. And however, this data is will show us, or will discover for 2023, because the data for 2023 cannot find it yet. And next we have the data, the effect of air pollution, which is deaths that are from all causes attributed to air pollution per 100,000 people in both sexes, age standardized in Southeast Asia countries. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia in year 2000 reached 134, and it also increased time by time until 2019. Indonesia reached 98 particular matter. However, we can see also here in the data year 2000, the most affected, or the most that happened in the Southeast Asia is Myanmar, with showed us 317, and it also decreased the same level in Indonesia, 181.178. And this data also engaged with Cambodia, which also decreased time by time until 2019, and Laos itself also decreased from 300 into 191. With Malaysia, we have 66 in 2000, and also decreased until 45 in 2019, and so on until Vietnam also decreased. We can conclude that from this data, the deaths from caused by air pollution is decreased. However, we have to protect the death of people from air pollution. And the next data analysis will be explained by Aroyan. The time is yours.
So you can next. So before I'm going through of this presentation, I would like to apologize because I cannot use my virtual background right here. And then again, continuing from my partner Faris' explanation, that here we have the clustering of country of average PM. And I would like to explain more about the PM 2.5, which is the particulate matter 2.5, which is actually PM 2.5 is the particulate matter that has equal to or less than 2.5 micrograms per meter cubes. And in this case, we are trying to examine the data from the average PM 2.5. And as we can see here, that we are trying to clustering of countries that has average of PM 2.5, and which is in here we can see that Indonesia are the ranked one in cluster one from 2019 until 2022. And following Indonesia, there is Vietnam here that which has ranked two. That they got the from the 2019 until 2022, and followed again by Myanmar, and again from the Laos, because Laos is having the cluster 2, so they are divided. And again here the clustering shows that the more darker of the of a data will be, then the average of the PM 2.5 will be higher. And besides of the clustering countries of average PM 2.5, we have this box plot for the PM 2.5, which is in the 20 and 19. We can see that there are two outliers of this data, which is Indonesia and Vietnam. Which Indonesia, as we can see at the clustering before, having the highest average of PM 2.5, following by Vietnam. And then again, other countries as having in the box plot, which is, as we can see in the box plot itself. But then again, at 2020, as COVID hits, we know that a lot of regulation, a lot of restriction has been implied in each country. So as we can see that in 2020, Indonesia and Vietnam has become how can I say it? Has become again in the box plot itself, and then in the 2021 the box plot it becomes even more shrinked, and then again, but by 2022 the box plot has become wider again because of the restriction has been opened, the border has been opened everywhere. And next. Next. Yeah, in here, so what's the cause of this air pollution of the particulate matter of 2.5? So as we can see, the type of cause of the air pollution is a lot. Let's say we have this bioenergy, we are taking this data from 2022, and this bioenergy, cooking coal, gas pipeline, offshore gas, offshore oil, and so everything. But I want to point out that steam coal has the highest rank of the contributing air pollution in the Indonesia by 2022. And again, followed by the country of Malaysia in the second rank, that they also have this a lot of number in offshore gas. And again, if you can see that Indonesia only has been ranked one, even though other countries are forming a data, and we are trying to compare that Indonesia itself has a lot of air pollution contribution in kiloton in this case. And again, let's move to
Group
the line
number
graph
3.
of the.
You have 5 minutes left. Okay.
Okay. So from the line graph itself, actually the particulate matter of 2.5 has been decreasing and declining in the matter of the line graph. But then again, I want to point out something that really interesting in here that we can see at Laos, a country in here. Yeah, if the operator can do zoom at the Laos section. Yeah, at the graph of the Laos. As you can see here that Laos is the only country that has a sloping up of line graph. And why does this happen? Like what cause Laos is having sloping up PM 2.5 average in the 2022, and yeah, why does this happen? So maybe next slide. Yeah. So in here, as we can say, why does Laos become like that? So as we know that the border of COVID-19 has been opened at 2022, so we conclude that Laos is the most fastest regenerating country that can hit up their financial, that can hit up their industry, which means I don't say that the average PM 2.5 is representing a good industry, but then again, if we see at the graph, we can say that while the other country is trying to hitting up their industry, their economics, Laos can hit up their machine like fastly or quickly. And if we can see in these slides that in the box plot, even though Indonesia has ranked 1 in the air pollution of contribution, but the death from air pollution is not really high in Indonesia compared to another country. even though Indonesia is not ranked one in the death toll of the air that causing by the air pollution, we cannot say that this is a good idea. And as well as the box plot has shown us that Myanmar has this highest upper whisker of the box plot, which we can say that the severity of air pollution in Myanmar, even though we are not saying that the quantity of air pollution in Myanmar is high, but the severity of air pollution in Myanmar is quite high according to this box plot. And again, by the line graph of the death from air pollution in here, we can see that it is sloping down over the time. But again, we cannot say this as the exact forecasting because we have the special event of COVID in the 2021 and 2022, in the 2020 and 2021. So we cannot say this forecasting as the most exact forecasting of our data. And then again, we are here to the conclusion that the higher PM 2.5 will be the higher of the death toll will be. So again, I want to say that the air quality, the air pollution will be high if we have a lot of gas pipeline and if we don't have this renewable energy, and also if we keep using coal as the fuels for our electricity.
Okay, thank you so much. Group number 3,
I will hand
your
over
time's up.
presentation to my partner Faris.
Okay,
All right,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much. Group
Oh,
number
yeah.
3 was a very informative presentation. Thank you so much. Now, same like before, if you have any questions, you may ask by raising your hands up or using a Zoom chat. Okay, we got the first question. State your name and your question.
Okay, my name is Afra Hafizah. I am from Statistics Department, Syah Kuala University. So my question is, seeing that Indonesia has a high risk of death rates due to air pollution, so what solution can you offer in order to reduce air pollution in Indonesia? Thank you.
Okay, group number 3, is that clear enough for you? Okay, you may now answer the question, group number 3. Okay, you can answer that question.
All right, thank you very much for the question. So as we know, the death rate in Indonesia is so high and it caused by air pollution. So the solution that we can provide or that we can offer to national scale is by using the technology or by using the renewable energy that which has been explained by the professor from the Thailand, as we know, Somporn Chai Ari just now. So by using the technology that renewable and how to say go green or something like that, this will be decrease the deaths of people causing by air pollution. Because to be honest, we can imagine that there is no one size fits all, and we can make one solution to be one regulation or one thing that can change the whole or the national scale. But for the household solution is by not using so much how to say the gas or the something like that, you know, like the picture showed you that there is a gas from the industrial. So we can also give the instruction for industrial. We can also give the instruction to industry that in Indonesia through Pentahelix collaboration, like government, to using low energy but efficiency results. Maybe the additional information will be added by Royan.
Okay, thank you so much. Group number 3. Now, anyone want to ask to group number 3? Okay, I think since everybody want to ask, now let's hear the feedback from the judges. Maybe first, let's hear the feedback from Dr. Suyanto. To Dr. Suyanto, time is yours.
Yes, thank you. For the group 3 air pollution, I think you should make the accurate your title, because the title describe what you want to tell the audience. So you title only air pollution. I think you should specify what the impact of air pollution into excessive death, or what is the air pollution situation in Southeast Asia. So yeah, I think. And the second is you put more graph, table, word in PPT. So this is not good. You should mention for the word, you should write the point of the PPT. So, for example, in conclusion, you have the many lines, and also for the table should have the heading, the title, and if you use the secondary data, you should put the source of the data. So the table can tell can describe what you want to tell, and also the figure, because you put a lot of figure and many lines. So this is not so clear for the audience. If you want to mention Indonesia, you should just put the Indonesian line, and because if you have many lines, so this is make or reader confused. I think overall you present well. So you just rewrite again your PPT clearly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Suyanto. Now let's hear the feedback from Dr. Munawar.
Okay, thank you. Group 3, I would like to suggest you for your presentation. I think you should put like bullet points, so do not explain many things. So it's become not clear if you try to explain many things, and you should manipulate the data or text or table in the graph, so the audience can see your point clearly. Yeah, and then because this is a statistic forum, like Prof. Suyanto, Dr. Suyanto said, so you need to follow the step of statistics. Yeah. You should mention about the methods and then the characteristic of sample or something, or characteristic of population. You use the linear model. Actually, in the climate science research, there is some of autocorrelation and seasonal pattern. So actually, we cannot use directly linear model. So you need to follow the statistic methods or step, or in bahasa we say pakem. You should follow the pakem, and that's all of my comment and suggestion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now the last, let's hear from Mr. Arif.
Thank you. A very interesting presentation about the air pollution, but for further improvement, I would like to suggest some quite details. detailed things. The first one is you use pictures from some sources in the slide number 3. Maybe it will be better if you also put the sources of the picture, the reference of the picture. And then the second one for the graph and also the picture from your analysis part. Maybe it would be better if you make it a bit bigger because it's quite small and the line is quite thin, so it's a bit hard for the audience to see what you want to present. And also from the data that from the table in the PM 2.5 and also the death rate in Southeast Asia, it's quite condensed. So maybe it would be better, like Dr. Suyanto and Dr. Munawar mentioned before, to highlight the thing that you want to present, the thing that important to your presentation. And then maybe just the last part about the conclusion, I a bit confused about the conclusion of the death rate because it say here it's 10 million per 100,000 population death rate. Maybe if the committee allow, I would like to ask the presenter what does it mean.
Okay, group number 3, is it okay for you to answer the question from our judges? Okay, group number 3, could you hear me? Okay, please answer the question from our judges, Mr. Arif. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. Did you mean this for 100,000 people in the day?
Sorry, I'm asking about the conclusion of your slides. The
All right.
the third last four slides. Sorry. Yeah, it said that 10 millions per 100,000 people. What does it mean?
All right, maybe I will cover a little bit and then will be more explained by Royan because he is in this part. And according to me, as far as I'm concerned about the conclusion, why we put averaging 10 million here, because according to the data that have shown before, yeah, not only that, we could see the death rate in the 2019 averaging 10 million per 100 people. 10 million is the overall the overall death population, and comparing to 100 people, which means that the higher particular matter, the more that could occur. So 10 million is the overall or the total of 2019, and per 100,000 people, which means that this is the higher point, or this is the higher cost of the day's case. I think that is my answer. And would you mind, Royan, to explain more about this?
Yeah. So actually, it's the reverse. Actually, where the averaging of 100,000 people per 10 millions. It should be like that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, group number 3. Okay, is that enough for you, Mr.
Asking
Arif?
for my feedback. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe from the first one that you mentioned is the absolute number of death and the death rate. It's different thing, and maybe you should look more about that. But great job on presenting this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for all the judges for your feedback. For group number 3, you can close your PowerPoint slide and you can go back. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone, give applause to group number 3.
All right. Lastly, we have group number 4 with the subteams deforestations that consists of Safinatun Husna and Khaira Amalia from Universitas Syah Kuala and Muhammad Rifaldi Saifur Rafi from Universitas Pajajaran. For group 4, you can turn on your camera and start your presentation.
Okay, group number 4, are you ready to present?
Yes, we are ready. Okay, I would like to share screen first. Is it okay?
Okay, group number 4, if you're ready, time is yours.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from group 4 and today we would like to present our discussion in the past week about deforestation with the main theme of renewable energy innovation to achieve an eco-friendly industry. So before we present our result about deforestation, we would like to introduce ourselves first. Okay, first, I'm Muhammad Rifali Saiful Rafi. I'm from Universitas Pajajaran. I'm taking major in statistics.
Okay, I'm Safina Tunusna from Syahkuala University, from major Informatic Management.
Okay, and lastly, there is Haira Almalia from Universitas Syahkuala. Okay, next. Okay, so today for the presentation, there will be the content of the presentation. There will be background problem, data analysis, some facts, conclusion, and reference. Okay, for the background problem will be presented by Safinatun.
Okay, first background of the problem. Next. Development of the palm oil industry. Palm oil is an agricultural commodities that are popular today. Indonesia, as the country with the world's largest exporter of palm oil with Malaysia. The palm oil industry is an industry sector that result high foreign exchange to the country of Indonesia. So the palm industrialization turned first Indonesia due to the high global demand for crude palm oil or CPO as a source of vegetable oil. Growth will demand CPO within 5 years, the average growth of 9.92%. Second, a new energy source that functions substitute petroleum reserve dwindling and its natural resources are non-renewable. One of these alternative energy is the energy of biofuel, which is the main feedstock crude palm oil. Alternative energy is a renewable biofuel. To overcome the crisis of fuel oil in Indonesia, can strengthen the availability of fuel and environmentally friendly, thereby reducing the production of greenhouse gases. Third, the tool to reduce and even prevent and tackle global warming is palm oil. The role of palm oil is one of which was residents of flora and fauna.
Okay, now I would like to present our data analysis. So our data is Indonesia forest area or percentage of land area in Indonesia. So the source of the data is from World Bank data from 1990 through 2020. So what is forest area? Forest area is a land under natural or planted stands of trees or at least 5 meters in size. Whether productive or not, and exclude tree stand in agricultural production system and trees in urban park and garden. So basically, Indonesia forest area in this term is forest in natural form, not in agricultural or like urban park or gardens. So if you see in the plot here, the forest area percentage is decreasing in the last 30 years. So our analysis would like to see what comes in a year later or 2 years later or 3 years later. So we have to model the data first before we want to forecast for the next years. Okay, for the analysis we use ARIMA or autoregressive integrated moving average. ARIMA is a statistical analysis model that uses time series data to either better understand the data set or to predict future trends. After we modeling the data, we got ARIMA 0 to 1, or it's the order for autoregressive is 0, the integrated part is 2, and order for moving average is 1. So after we got the ARIMA model, we want to forecast it for the next 10 years to see the trends to predict the future trends. After in the plot, we see the blue line is the forecasting line, and it shows the decreasing trend. That means in the next 10 years, if we do nothing about deforestation, it will be decreasing the land area.
I'm sorry, your sound is not on maybe, but we can hear you.
Okay, next I will explain about some fact about deforestation. First fact is we lose around 10 million hectares of forest every single year. The world cut down almost 10 million hectares of forest every single year. This causes to create grow crops and livestock and produce materials such as paper and tissue. And the second fact is deforestation makes until 4.8 billion tons carbon dioxide for a year. The impact of the large amount of carbon dioxide is triggers climate change. This causes extreme weather, increasing earth temperatures, and etc. The third fact is more than 100 countries pledged to end deforestation by 2030. At last year's in climate conference, the world leaders were present and they agreed to stop deforestation. More than 100 countries participate, including Indonesia, and combined these 100 countries cover 85% of the world forest. And the last one is Indonesia and Brazil account for almost half of tropical deforestation. The impact of tropical deforestation can reduce biodiversity. For example, in Kalimantan, 80% of orangutan have disappeared in the last 50 years. And the conclusion will explain by Kaira.
Okay, I will back up Haira because I think there is a problem with the device. So our conclusion for our project is from the result of the previous presentation. It can be seen that Indonesia is increasingly experienced and will continue to experience a decrease in forest area due to deforestation. So for this reason, this problem must be addressed immediately, especially in the industrial sector, which use forest areas for economic purpose. Therefore, turning industry in a more environmentally friendly direction is the right step to make Indonesia again the lungs of the world. Okay, this is the reference we use for the project, and thank you.
All right, thank you, Group 4. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question that you want to ask to Group 4, you may ask by raising your hands up, or you can use the chat box. All right, please state your name and your questions.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. My name is Putri Nadifa. I'm from Syah Kuala University. My question is, from the result of the previous presentation, it can be seen that Indonesia is increasingly experiencing and will continue to experience a decrease in forest area due to deforestation. Please provide steps we can take to reduce deforestation. Thank you.
All right, Group 4 is clear enough to you?
Okay, thank you for the question. Let me answer the question. So, what can we do to for when the land in Indonesia is decreasing? So it's like we conclude before. If we want to fight against deforestation, we have especially in industry area, there has to be a more environmentally friendly direction to the industry itself. So eco-friendly industry, like the theme of this event, is a right step to do to make Indonesia fight against the deforestation. So I think government can make a regulation to industry to make a regulation about taking a forest area to be for economic purposes. I think that's my answer.
All right, thank you, Group 4. Now let's hear the feedback from the judges. Maybe we start from Mr. Arif Saputra to Mr. Arif. Time is yours.
Thank you. Very great presentation. But a feedback for further improvement is that some from your slide, I think 1, 2, 3, 4. In the slide number 5, you show a picture, but you didn't mention about the reference of that picture. Maybe it would be better if you also mention the sources of the picture. And then maybe because this is a statistical forum, it would be better if you also mention about the research method, which statistical data analysis that you use, which data that you use, what is the sources of the data, and how many number of observation. It's also about the conclusion. It would be better if you also mention something about the statistical analysis part first, and then you mention what you wrote on the slide. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Now let's hear the feedback from Dr. Suyanto. To Dr. Suyanto, time is yours.
Yeah, thank you. Similar with Arif, this is a statistician forum, so I think you should focus in the why you use ARIMA model and what assumption you use, and maybe we know deforestation has happened. So what we don't want this it happen. So we predict Indonesia number forest will be decreased. So maybe you can use some assumption. How are the good prediction? How to Indonesia, the forest is the number of deforestation not decrease. I think this, yeah, and I think you can consider another model for this. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Doctor. Now let's move to Dr. Munawar. To Dr. Munawar, please give feedback for Group 4.
Okay, this is not only for the fourth group. The first thing, if you want to create a report or presentation, please do not forget to create a title, conciseness, precisely and correct. So you need to put your title, if you remember when you were in the junior high school, 5 W and 1 H, ya, 5W 1H, ya. Jadi, so you can create a title precisely, conciseness and correct. So for the methods, the same with the other judge. So you need to put your reason why you choose the ARIMA model to solve your problem. Overall, all of group presentation very good, and I appreciate for your presentation with maybe some limitation. You can improve your presentation skill, how to create a research, and so on in the future. Thank you.
All right, thank you, judges. And also thanks you for Group 4.
All right, everyone, give applause to group number 4.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we have all 4 groups presented. And as previously mentioned, that there will be prize for 2 people with the best question. And the people is, congratulations to Muhammad Faris Ridatillah and Ibra Hasan Lubis.
Congratulations to both of you guys.
We inform the winner to approach the committee at registration desk, or you can contact the committee at the end of this event.
All right, to summarize everything that we had today, we know about renewable energy innovation and its role in shaping an eco-friendly industry. Together, we can turn this innovative idea to create a greener, more sustainable world for generations to come. We hope you enjoy your time and have more knowledge about the environment.
All right, everyone, a big thanks to all participants and audiences who have participated in this event. And because it's a lunchtime, it means we need to excuse ourselves. And thank you, everyone. Sorry if there are any word or action that may offend you. My name is Asalul Mustafa and my partner,
Nadia Rusmana Mira. We would like to be excused and give back the floor to the MC.
Thank you and see you next year.
The next agenda, we will have a photo session together. The committee is welcome to take a photo. The photo will be taken in 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you everyone. With the end of photo session, the last agenda has closed our event today. I'm Rahmi Syafitri as Master of Ceremony. I apologize for any mistakes. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.